The pen tool is a little tricky, but with a little practice, you can actually do some pretty interesting things to it. And we'll get into actually tracing things later on. But one concept about the pen tool we have to understand is how it works. You're always thinking one step ahead. So I'm going to click here, click and curve. Okay, so I'm getting this nice curved line, but look the direction I'm going. I'm going up and to the right, up and to the right. Now, that segment of the line doesn't exist yet, but wherever I click next, the line is going to begin going up and to the right because that's the last thing I did. So I'm going to click over here and hold it, and watch what happens. See how it went up and to the right. Okay, so I'm going to click this. So now I'm doing pulling. I'm pulling down and to the left. I'm pulling down and to the left. The line isn't going there. It stops right here. No matter where I click next, it's going to at least begin from this point going down and to the left and start curving towards wherever I click it. So here, watch. I'll click over here and I can click and hold and see how that line started going down to the left towards that little handle. That's where I told it to go. All right, so I'm going to pull up and to the right. Up and to the right. So now, even though this line doesn't exist, I'm going to go way over there. I'm going to click over there in a second. And what's going to happen is that line's going to go up and to the right and then quickly start turning towards wherever I click. So let me click and hold and see what happens. And sure enough, it did that. Okay. Now, the line has these little handles. So we can deselect like we did before. Okay, hold down Command, click anywhere. And now I'm going to go get my direct select tool. Remember, direct select is the one you want to use when you need to tweak or fine tune. So I go over that little point, and now I can bring up these little handles, and it starts affecting that line. So let's mess with this one. So now this has two handles. When you use this tool here, it's going to affect both sides of that curve. Here's the little anchor point. It's going to affect this half of it and that half of it. See how it alters both of them? And it just kind of knows what to do. Now we're going to get into altering just one half of it later on. So I'm going to delete all those. All right, so I've got these little red dots down here, kind of connect the dots. I'm going to show you how to do kind of almost perfect curves with the pen tool. So you're always thinking one step ahead. So I'm going to do this kind of I'm sorry, we're going to do this kind of S-curve thing, okay, like a snake. So I'm going to start here, click and pull up. Okay, click and pull up. Now I'm going to hold down Shift, just like any other tool. It constrains it, so go straight up. All right, makes sense? Now it didn't do anything until I click the next one. Okay, I'm going to click here in a second. But you see what happened? We pulled up, so we can expect that line to start going up and then curving towards my next click, which is here. So I'm going to click, and sure enough, see what's going on? I'm holding my mouse down right now, but it started going up. Well, now I'm going to start pulling down, and if I hold down Shift, you can see how it starts getting nice and perfect, right? So look, the last thing I just did was pulled straight down. So I'm always thinking the next click. So when I click next, that line is going to start going down because that's the way I told it to.